Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more MechWarrior 4 Mercenaries. So I'm getting ready to do a fun mission, but before hopping into the mission, I've been doing some thinking, and I've been doing some playing around, and because I spent a lot of time in the last video kind of setting up the mech that I'm going to be using, I wanted to do some playing around, and I bought some of these medium missiles, the Streak medium range missiles, because I thought they'd be fun to try out. So what I ended up doing is I stripped out the large pulse lasers and the Streak SRM that I had, short range missile system, and I put in these medium missile systems. Now this might be a better setup for the Solaris Arena because of its more experimental nature. I am very much worried about running out of ammo with this setup because I do not have any backup weaponry at all. And this is possibly a liability. I have upped the ammo amount. I could drop it down a bit and take on some energy weapons just as a backup. And they don't necessarily have to be overly heavy weapons. I could get rid of the anti-missile system, which I might do. And then from here, what I think I'm going to do is throw in some of these small lasers just as a backup weapon. Oh, I only had one extended range, huh? Alright, well, we'll use normal small lasers, I guess. I mean, we do lose out on damage and range doing that. I mean, we could do a combination. It doesn't really matter. But at a half a ton, small lasers are pretty efficient overall. So yeah, we'll put in one extended range one and a couple normal, not a large laser, small laser, inner sphere small lasers, just because that's what I have. And I don't really feel like spending money buying more, because I did spend money to about $3 million to get these medium Streak missiles. But this is not really something I've really gotten a chance to play around with, and I just want to try it out. Now, I have set it up. Let's take a look at the group. I have set these up so they're all in the same group. I am going to want to move the small lasers. Now, there's a way to cycle through a weapon in a group and fire them one at a time. So what I would do is I'd fire the 40, then the 30, then the other 30, and then if I were in this group, it would be one small laser, then the other small laser, then the other small laser, and you kind of fire them in sequence. And I figure that's a good way to go, not only for heat efficiency. I know heat efficiency doesn't look good right now, but that's because of the small lasers. We're not going to be that bad off, I don't think, because the medium missiles, I don't think they produce that much heat. Now, I did drop the number of heat sinks I had down dramatically, because I figured with the large pulse lasers that we had and how heat inefficient they were, we were really having to use a lot of our tonnage. Rather than weaponry, we were using it for heat sinks. So I figured this might be a good compromise. So in any case, this is 11 tons and it does 21 damage at 400 meters. That's fairly close range. And considering that we're not that fast, even though I did speed up this mech, that might be a little bit of a liability. But I do know the environment we're going to be fighting in is urban, so I'm figuring ranges aren't going to be that long anyway. So the large pulse lasers, the range of them is not going to be really a factor. And I also compared the damage that we get out of these compared to autocannons of the same weight class, and I think that these medium missiles are going to do quite well for us. And the fact that they're Streak means that they'll lock on if I get my targeting on right. So most of the missiles will hit the target too, and I think this is a good weapon against more mobile targets as well, at least if I am remembering this correctly. If this experiment goes badly, well, we'll find that out in this next mission. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save that up. As I said, we're going to have the small lasers in one group, medium missiles in another, and this is purely just so if I do run out of ammo, at least we have some kind of firepower to maintain, some damage here and get through the mission. Because getting into the mission, we can see that we have two choices. We have Honor Guard, which is peace talks, or we have Assassination, which is turncoat. Now, we're going the noble route, so the clear choice here is the Honor Guard rather than the turncoat. So, more or less, it's the same mission, it's just you're doing two sides of the coin. Are you being the good guy that is overseeing the peace talks and protecting them? Or are you being the bad guy that's turning the peace talks into a bloodbath? So, we know that one way or the other, it's going to turn bad. It's just, are we the attacker or the defender? Are we being the noble person, or are we being the infamous person? So, again, this is the noble route. This is the White Knight playthrough.
Looks
So
like we impressed someone at the top, sir. Standing guard with the Commonality Security Force will give us some high-profile media coverage. Should be a cakewalk.
all right. So as they said, should be a cakewalk. I know that isn't the case because I've done this mission before. But as we can see, this is the map, very much an urban environment as we have city blocks here. And with this mission, the unique element of it is the fact that you are by yourself. You have just you. None of your other lance mates can get involved in this mission. Now, if you take the other mission, I think it's you are with your lance mates. So that's another element of things. Sometimes going the noble route can be the more difficult route because you have to do it at a disadvantage. I don't want to say you have to do it alone, because not every time does the noble route do you have to do it alone, but the noble route can be difficult. Now, I think I know what the key binding is to do the sequential firing, but I'm not positive because it's been a while since I've played, and I did look through the key bindings to double check, but I'm not positive, and I did not test this ahead of time, so it's quite possible that I'm not going to do this right initially, but let's go ahead and do the mission.
The Capellan envoy is approaching. All mechs are locked in stationary weapon safe mode. Don't want our honored guest feeling unwelcome.
Acknowledged, Chief. Stationary lock, weapons safe.
This is SCBC for the first ever peace talks between Stick Commonality and Capellan leaders. The Capellan delegates are pulling up even now.
All right, there's them. And their limousines.
What the... Spectre 1 going weapons hot. Chief, you there?
Blake, save us! There's been an explosion! It's chaos! Chaos!
Delegate security link is offline, sir. I'm patching through to the military liaison.
Hostile mechs closing on the convention center. Moving to engage.
Did one of those mechs fire? It's a war zone down here! A war zone!
Commander, the Stick leaders are evacuating, but the local airbase failed to get scheduled air cover in place.
Sabotage?
Affirmative. Not sure why the flights weren't launched this morning, but the base just got hit with a fuel air bomb that made your blast look like a firecracker.
Spectre 1, this is Executive Security Officer Anderson. The Commonality delegates are being mounted in Karnov choppers for transport to the in-city militia base. We need you to buy us time and cover their exodus.
Roger that. Let's get these guys out of here.
Reports are coming in that fighting has broken out across the city. Tanks and battle mechs are blasting away in a fiery conflagration.
Target destroyed.
All right, one down. So far, the weapon systems seem to be working okay. All right, so as you can see, this is kind of a tough fight where we're kind of by ourselves. These quicker mechs are going to give me some trouble. Now, it looks like the weapon group that I have, or the way that I'm firing, it doesn't really care about weapon groups, which I did not remember if that was the case or not. All right, so they're using the buildings for cover, which is kind of causing me some issues. But again, this is mostly close-in city fighting. But so far, sequential firing seems to be working for me well. Ah, that was a missed shot, though.
Target destroyed.
Okay, one more down. All right, so this target's going to be tricky for us. All right. I'm just going to blow through the small laser fire so that we can... All right, I'm going to have to be patient here. Ah, I'm not patient enough. There we go. Okay. So we're on the small lasers now. Ammo is about halfway done. This mech shouldn't last much longer. Okay, we gotta make these shots count, though. I don't know if that was gonna hit. Yeah, see, I can't blow my shots like that. I think that guy's gonna just run because of the fact that he's out of weaponry and he's hiding from me. Alright, there he is. See if we can hit him.
Target destroyed.
Alright, there we go. Let's get back into this mission. Okay, so we're on the small lasers. I'm just going to cycle through them. I'm sure there's a way...
Delegates are airborne. Clear us a path out of here, Commander. Watch out for civilians.
Okay, here we go. So what we need to do is just go through the nav points now that we've killed the mechs that we're attacking. Now, I'm not a particularly fast mech, so this is going to take some time. But we've got the beta point, and more or less there's going to be roadblocks that we have to get through. Again, ammo amounts are kind of on the low end. We've got about
Missile tracks at Beta. Engaging.
got about a ton of ammo for the big weapon. I'm a little bit concerned about our ammo amounts. Oh, and then the building ate that shot, so that was a waste of a shot. Alright, I'm whiffing my shots here.
More light armor.
Nav point beta
Alright,
reached.
see if we can hit this guy. Alright. I am blowing ammo on these guys. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Alright, you know what? Let's change weapon modes here. There we go. I'm gonna try and take this guy out with just small lasers. Because, this is not really an ideal situation. Alright. Alright. I don't think the weapon loadout I did was actually...
Convoy, I read a full lance of mechs at Gamma. Suggest you seek alternate route.
No need for that, Spectre 1. Hammerlance is moving to engage.
Target destroyed.
Hammer lance?
We caught word on the news you were in a world of hurt.
Thanks for the support, Hammer. Exodus continuing through Gamma.
We're here for Spectre, but we're happy to help.
Beta clear. Moving to Gamma.
Okay. So the problem we have here... And I'm gonna go back to sequential fire.
Target destroyed.
Is they are trying to knock down the helicopters.
Pair of mechs moving in from Gamma. I'll draw fire.
Well, that's what we're mostly here to do. Draw fire. Okay, I'm drawing fire from behind me, but I'm ignoring it for right now because I'm trying to get the objective taken care of. Alright. Let's turn around here and take care of who's behind me. Okay. Ammo's low, but if we're patient, we do our shots right, we'll make it through.
Ammunition
There goes our
depleted.
ammo. Okay, it looks like it does wait for your weapons to cycle too, so this is actually not a bad system to use for the future.
Target destroyed.
Alright, that one's down. Let's get in and try and take this other guy out. We are taking a beating, though.
Ammunition depleted.
All right, another one down.
Target destroyed. Ammunition depleted.
All right, so we're done with ammo. Let's go over to our allies and get a little bit of assistance here. Also, there are enemies over here at Gamma. So we're going to take some shots to the back. And we have taken severe damage to our one side torso. But I think we're... Okay. Now we're amongst friends. We'll be able to get cover here, I think. Okay. Now we gotta pick away at them with small lasers. So, seems like this loadout I chose was a poor one. Okay, we don't want that guy firing at me again. Ow. Yeah, stand toe-to-toe with me. Yeah, that's not going to be a good idea for you. Gotta just keep hitting him in the center torso. We'll take him out.
Commander, Delta is your exit point.
I guess we can exit, but this is more fun, right? I think it's just me and one other ally here. See if we can get out of the line of fire here. Okay. Not sure if it's wise to stick with this, but... Now, did you turn around on me? Okay, well, we got the ally on him. Alright, we might go down if I keep this up. So I'm just going to back off. Let's run here a little bit. Try and get at him from a different angle. Now, we did a lot of damage there, actually. As much as it might not seem like it. And again, we've got an ally pounding him this whole time, so... We keep up the accurate fire here. We might be able to take him down.
Clear at Delta. Returning to base. Thanks for the cover, Hammer.
Anytime, compadre.
All in all, it was probably to be expected. We knew the Capellans were up to something, but bombing a ceasefire summit. The commonality heads have scattered, but several important peace delegates are still trapped in the city's firebase. They are calling for whatever aid we can offer.
Alright, well that was harder than it needed to be, and exactly what I thought might happen, happened. We got a lot of nobility there, so that's good. But, as I thought, we ran out of ammo. I think the weapon loadout is not necessarily a bad one, that's the downside of going with a very ammo-dependent loadout, I mean. So, yeah. But we were able to make it work with the small lasers. And I really actually like that sequential fire setup because it allows it It allows you to consistently shoot rather than wait for a careful shot and maybe waste a lot of your recycle time advantages. But we did get knocked down there quite a bit in our rating because our one mech is now going to be out of action. We're going to have to repair it, unfortunately costing us more than we actually earned from that mission. But, you know, it's a tough mission to go through, that particular one, because you're all alone, and without that kind of armor that we had, we probably would have gone down there. So we'll go ahead and repair. And I'm not going to wait any time, though, because I think I can easily just hop into the Mad Cat and do other missions and go from there. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.